A very good morning to you and welcome to the news update on Souq News Television. I am Omevi Idolor. The federal government has restated its commitment to sustaining steady gas supply from Nigeria to Benin Republic, Togo and Ghana to combat energy poverty and boost economic growth in the West African sub-region. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Ikberikbe Ikbo, gave the assurance in Abuja during a meeting with outgoing and incoming managing directors of the West African Gas Pipeline Company, WAPCO. He said the Tinubu administration has made notable progress in expanding gas infrastructure, reducing flaring, and increasing availability for both domestic use and export. As chairman of the Committee of Ministers of the West African Gas Pipeline, Ikbo pledged continued support for regional energy cooperation, describing gas supply to neighboring countries as a top priority. He commended outgoing WAPCO MD Michelle Bucket for her leadership and assured incoming MD Abiodun Bodurin of government backing to ensure uninterrupted gas flow to regional consumers. Bodurin, in turn, vowed to focus on maintaining reliable supply to meet growing demand in the sub-region. The Central Bank of Nigeria has reaffirmed its drive to expand financial inclusion and stimulate economic growth by promoting alternative payment channels such as mobile money, agency banking, USSD, internet banking, contactless payments, and digital currency. Speaking at the CBN Fair in Lagos, Acting Director of Corporate Communications Hakama Ali said the Olayemi Cardoso-led management is advancing policies to empower individuals, boost productivity, and connect communities to economic opportunities. She noted that recent reforms, including exchange rate unification, forex backlog clearance, and the launch of the Nigerian Forex Code, have improved market stability, foreign investment inflows, and the country's financial inclusion rate. CBN officials stressed that alternative payment platforms are vital for bridging economic divides and reducing reliance on cash transactions, especially for rural communities and small businesses. They showcased innovations such as the non-resident BVN, a unified complaint tracking system, and strengthened consumer protection measures. The bank urged Nigerians to respect the Naira and embrace digital channels as tools for empowerment, economic participation, and resilience in the financial system. The federal government has given Air Tanzania Company Limited a foreign carrier operation permit, allowing the airline to begin direct flights between Dar es Salaam and Lagos. Aviation Ministry Permanent Secretary Ibrahim Abubakar Kana said the move will improve efficiency, meet global standards, and boost Nigeria-Tanzania aviation cooperation in line with President Bola Tinubu's regional integration agenda. Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority's Yinka Babaoyi Iriobi confirmed an MOU will mandate Air Tanzania to upload passengers' data into the Avitech portal. Tanzania's High Commissioner Celestine Gavas Kakele said the partnership will improve Africa's weak regional connectivity with flights set to start after regulatory approvals are complete. Nigeria produced an average of 1.507 million barrels per day in July, surpassing its OPEC quota for the second month in a row, according to the group's latest report. The figure, based on direct submissions from Nigerian authorities, was slightly higher than June's 1.505 million BPD and kept Nigeria ahead of Algeria as Africa's top oil producers. The Nigeria Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission said peak production hit 1.8 million BPD in July, crediting a multi-stakeholder approach for the gains. Officials say measures like optimizing production rates and aligning maintenance schedule are helping Nigeria meet President Tinubu's target for sustained output growth. The U.S. budget deficit hit $291 billion in July, up 20% from a year earlier as federal spending outpaced revenue despite a surge in tariff income. Treasury data showed custom duties jumped to $27.7 billion from $7.1 billion in July 2024, driven by high import tariffs, but the gains were offset by record monthly outlays of $630 billion. For the first 10 months of the fiscal year, the deficit reached $1.63 trillion, 7% higher than the last year. Rising healthcare costs, social security payments, and interest on the national debt were the main drivers of steady growth, even as tariff revenues from President Trump's trade policies hit record highs. Many thanks for watching. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms at Souq News Television. I am Umivi Idolo. Coming up shortly is Souq Business Landscape. Join us.